Hi everybody, welcome to my review of Season 3, Episode 20 of Little Women Atlanta. If you haven't seen this episode yet, this video will act like a spoiler, so you might want to watch this video later. The name of this episode is Unexpected Ending. The episode begins with Juicy and Money going shopping. Juicy says that she wanted to take Money shopping since she had been feeling down, and she wanted to cheer her up. Juicy asks Money how she and Moreland are doing. Money says that they're doing okay, and she's been trying to talk to him about the wedding. Money says that they talked about planning it, but it stopped because of her. Money says she feels like there's nothing for them to wait on for the wedding. She says she's been trying to think of something to put the pressure on Moreland to have the wedding soon. Money says she wants all of the ladies to support her with her plan. In the commentary, Juicy says that when it comes to Money's relationship, she's not best at asking for help, but she needs it. Juicy says that Money doesn't want to scare Moreland away with surprises because she knows how Moreland is. She says to make things right and make him feel like he can't live without her. Next, the twins and Minnie go to a restaurant. Minnie tells the twins that she had a good time on the trip, and the twins did good at their gig. Minnie asks Andrea how she feels, since she was feeling down during the trip. Andrea says that she's been thinking really hard about going back to Dallas. Minnie asks Andrea if she's serious. She says it's Andrea's choice, but it's going to kill her to have Andrea and her goddaughter Aubrey away from her. Amanda tells Andrea to put her career into consideration, since she wants the best for her kids. She said they're starting to make good money, and if she goes to Dallas, she'll have to start all over. Andrea says she wants her kids to grow up together. Amanda suggests that Andrea hires a nanny that can travel with them. Andrea says that she's not hiring a random nanny. In the commentary, Andrea says that Amanda doesn't understand that balancing a career and a family is hard, and she doesn't think that she's up to it. Minnie tells Andrea to think hard about it. Andrea says that she doesn't know what she's going to do. In the next scene, Tanya, Sam, and Devon go to a kids' clothing store and browse. Sam asks Tanya if she's talked to Nico since they've come back from Miami. Tanya says that she wants to know what Nico is going to contribute as a father. Devon says that he wants Nico to be more present, since Tanya wants him to be there, and she didn't create the kid by herself. He said he doesn't see how one could have kids and not really want to play the role as a parent. Tanya says that she grew up without her dad, and he was in and out of prison and Tanya's life. She doesn't want her kids to grow up and feel like they're not important enough for their dad to see them once a week. Sam asks Tanya if she thinks Nico will feel ambushed when Devon and her sit down to talk with him. Tanya says at that point she doesn't really care. She just wants to know what he's going to do to help her. Next, all of the ladies meet up with Money at a restaurant. Money says they all need to come up with an idea to get Moreland to say that the wedding is back on. She said that she did her part and now it's time for him to hold up his end of the bargain. Tanya says maybe Money can propose to him. Money says that sounds like a good idea. Juicy says to make it exciting and something he can work for, such as making it a scavenger hunt for him where each clue leads to money. Money begins to get emotional, and she says that she wants things to be right. Juicy says that marriage is something special that you do in front of friends and God. In the next scene, Andrea is shown at her apartment with Aubrey. Amanda visits them. Amanda says that they've accomplished so much in Atlanta. In the commentary, Amanda says that they've been busting their behinds making the Tiny Twins a success, and the hard work is paying off, and now Andrea just wants to give up on them. In the commentary, Andrea says she was into moving to Atlanta so she could provide for her son and his medical bills. Amanda says that she doesn't want to separate from Andrea. She gets emotional. She said that she doesn't know what to do without Andrea. Andrea says that she has to think about her kids, and she says that she and Chris have been talking about getting back together. Amanda says that she knows that Chris is the father of her kids, but Andrea needs to think of her sister. Andrea says Chris has nothing to do with her leaving. Amanda says that Chris is messing with Andrea's mind. Andrea says for the first time in her life, she's making her own decisions, and it's final. I kind of do think that Chris has to do with Andrea wanting to move back to Dallas. I know she definitely misses her kids for one thing, but I know that Chris has her in control. He's just going to do the same thing and hurt her. He's all talking about, oh, I want to get back together. Oh, I want to be a family. but he's just gonna do the same thing. I've said this like 20 times. He's not gonna change. And Andrea still doesn't get it. Maybe she gets it a little, but she doesn't get it all the way. He's just gonna hurt her again. So, in the next scene, Minnie is shown exercising at the gym under the guidance of her personal trainer. Her mother is also there exercising. Then, her personal trainer tells Minnie to get on the scale. Minnie says that before she went on the trip, she went down to 170 pounds. She gets on the scale, and the scale says 184 pounds. Minnie says that she's disappointed in herself. She starts crying. The personal trainer says that when they met, she had medical issues and she hired him to save her life. And that means that she needs to be more serious than someone who's just trying to look good. In the commentary, Minnie says that she feels like a total failure. It's not just the weight loss, it's her relationships and friendships too. Minnie's mother, Tammy, tells Minnie not to give up. In the next scene, Tanya is shown at her house with Devon and her daughter, Luna. Then, Nico arrives to Tanya's house for the powwow. Nico asks where his son is, Tanya says that he's sleeping, and then Nico goes into his son's room, brings him out, and then has him sit with him in the living room. Tanya tells Nico that their son has an appointment coming up, and as soon as their daughter is born, she will get her blood tested for dwarfism. And she wants to know if he's helping her with that. Nico says that there's a possibility. Devon asks what Nico and Tanya should be looking forward to. Nico says they should be looking forward to not having any more kids. In the commentary, Tanya says that Nico is testing her patience. If it wasn't for Devon pushing them to talk it out, she would have already pushed Nico out of the door. Tanya gets annoyed and she steps outside. In the commentary, Tanya says that Nico has some nerve. He's going to come and sit himself in her house and blatantly disrespect her and her kids. Devon goes outside and asks Tanya why she stepped out. Tanya says that what was said was ignorant and she doesn't want to talk about it. Tanya tells Nico that he can leave. Nico says goodbye to his son. Tanya says that she does not want to be around him. In the commentary, Tanya says that seeing Nico that day made her realize that she cannot depend on him, and she feels stupid for thinking she could. The bottom line is, she does not need Nico in her life. Tanya's son Jaden looks out the window and sees his father walk away. He sits down and just sulks. Nico has got his nerve, man. Tanya's right, she doesn't need him. He's unreliable. So, it's sad, man. Acting like taking care of his kids is an extracurricular. You make the children, you need to take care of them. Thank goodness Devon is there, man. Devon is a real man. Comes through for Tanya, comes through for his own kid, and comes through for a kid that isn't even his. Thank goodness he's there, taking responsibility, man. In the next scene, Minnie visits Amanda. Amanda says that she thinks Andrea will really be going back to Dallas, and it looks like Andrea and Chris will be getting back together. In the commentary, Minnie says that Andrea getting back with Chris is a bad idea. It won't only affect her, but it will affect her sister and even her friends. Minnie says that she feels like Andrea isn't moving back to Dallas, and she's just overwhelmed. Amanda says that she feels bad because it's like Andrea is choosing Chris over her. Minnie suggests that they go over to Andrea's apartment. They walk into the apartment and it's empty, and the only thing that's in there is a rattle. Amanda starts crying. Amanda says that they didn't even get to say goodbye. Amanda says that since her sister left, she feels like a part of her is missing. Minnie starts crying too. Amanda says that she just needs to know that her sister is alright. I guess Andrea couldn't take it anymore. Like she said, it's tough balancing a family and a career. I wouldn't know that because I don't have children. So, I guess the emotions just got the best of her. And I guess Chris got the best of her. He has her in control. You know, she probably wants to be with him. I know she still has love for him. She misses her kids. So she was like, forget it. I'm going back to Dallas. But when it comes to your career, sometimes you have to put the people that you love on hold. And when her kids get older, they'll know that their mother made some sacrifices for them, you know, so they can get taken care of. In the final scene of the episode, Minnie is shown at her house with Moreland. She says that she created a scavenger hunt for him. She says she knows they've been through a lot lately, and she wants to show her appreciation to him. Moreland asks Minnie where he has to go. Minnie says all she can say is the clues are at some places where they had some special moments in their relationship. Minnie says that she has to go, and she tells Moreland to dress nicely. Elsewhere, Minnie meets with Juicy, Sam, Minnie, and Tanya to work on the scavenger hunt. Minnie asks where the twins are, and Minnie says that Andrea left and Amanda is trying to find her. She gives each of the ladies a clue to the scavenger hunt, and then they part ways. Moreland goes to he and Minnie's favorite bakery. Sam and Tanya give Moreland his second clue, along with a dessert treat in a box. Then he goes to an indoor sports zone and meets Minnie there, who gives them the third clue. Next, Moreland goes to a drive-in restaurant, and Juicy gives him the next clue along with some food. Then, Minnie and the rest of the ladies meet in a pasture for Minnie's proposal. The ladies stand together and they're holding fake flowers. Minnie tells Moreland that she brought him out there because she wants to build a life with him forever, along with her son. Then, she asks Moreland will he marry her. Moreland says, of course he will. Then the ladies cheer, and Moreland says that the wedding is back on, and then they hug and kiss each other. And then some fireworks go off in the sky, and they watch the fireworks. Since it's the season finale, all of the ladies say something in the commentary. Sam says she originally came to Atlanta to be the nanny for Tanya's kids, and she had no idea that the ladies would become her best friends. Minnie says over the past few months she's been on her health journey by herself, and maybe she should have involved her friends in it. Tanya says the past few months have changed her life. She would have never expected to be pregnant with her third child and single, but with the support of the girls, she's come out stronger as ever. She plans to keep moving forward, build her business, and be the best mother she can be. Juicy says that money worked for what she wanted, and maybe it's time for the Queen of Atlanta to find a king. Money says that day is just a celebration of love and a celebration of friendship. The girls are family to her, and without them, Moreland wouldn't even be there. Then Money thanks all the ladies for working with her. Amanda is shown in Dallas, Texas, looking for her sister Andrea. Amanda says that it may be crazy that she's chasing her sister to Texas, but she knows her best, and she's not going to let her make the worst decision of her life. And that's the end of the episode. Wow, what a season finale. Okay, I don't really have much to say about this episode, so I'm going to talk about what the next episode is going to be about. So the next episode is the season 3 reunion episode. They're gonna have some guests there. They're gonna have Abira there. Remember Tanya's friend Abira? The one who the twins got into a argument with? Yeah, she's gonna be there. And she and Minnie are gonna be trying to fight each other. Minnie calls Abira a man. I don't know why. We're gonna find out why she did that. Nico and Devon are gonna be guests there. And Devon's gonna be saying that he still has love for Tanya. Then Nico's gonna get mad. He's probably jealous. In the preview, they showed Nico all mad saying, "Don't play me!" Like that. So he's probably jealous of Tanya and Devon, with what they have, them living close together, him taking care of the kids. You had your chance, Nico, but you blew it. Talking about you're not ready for another baby, and you can't handle all of it. And another guest is Minnie's mother, Tammy. I don't know why she's on there. Oh, maybe she's gonna be on there because of Minnie lying about being pregnant, earlier this season. Yes, Tammy's just gonna be there to say her side of the story, because she did lie along with Minnie about Minnie being pregnant. So the reunion should be pretty interesting. It's gonna be hosted by Tara Jolie. I'm looking forward to that. Since she's not on Dancing with the Stars anymore, she can host the reunions. About the situation with Andrea, I hope Andrea doesn't get hurt again. She and Chris are talking about getting back together. He's just gonna do the same thing and hurt her. He learned earlier this season that he has another baby mama. I have Andrea on Snapchat, and I guess she posted something the same night that the episode where we found out that Chris has another baby mama. She was all talking about, yeah, he has another baby mama, but guess who he's laying next to right now? Me. I just know he's gonna hurt her again. That is one unhealthy relationship. And that's all I have to say about this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter at ILUMoreThanThis. Follow me on Instagram at Taurus_charm. Subscribe to my channel. If you have subscribed, turn on my notifications. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!